turn is essentially done.
Okay. As my trivial action, or whatever the smaller action is, I am going to tell Sentry. I do have a muse in my armor. I'm going to tell Sentry to activate my medical armor mod.
What does that do?
The name Nan thing doesn't pop up. It negates 1 wound and will heal me for D10 per hour.
Okay, I don't know if that'll do it automatically. You've got machines, right?
Yeah, it's in the armor.
Machines?
As I said, Sentry is my muse. My muse is in my armor. He's going to activate the system. I
don't know if machines work automatically, though.
You mean they don't? That's how they work. I don't know what you're.
They do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they ignore 1 wound. Yeah, ignore 1 wound. And they accelerate your healing. Okay, so you'll start healing, and for the moment, you'll ignore that the
wound that I got. Right. Yeah. That's my trivial action, telling my muse to activate the system. Yeah. Because my muse is actually taking its action to do that.
Yeah.
And then I am going to. I guess I can keep attacking this guy because the other guy's down for 3 minutes.
Yeah, he's essentially out.
All right, heap round right into this guy standing in front of me.
Okay. Yeah.
I've already used my trivial, so I can't aim, so this is just a straight-up attack.
Okay. He can't fray because he doesn't have any... with a minus 30, he's at a -5. So, does that have armor piercing at all?
No, none of my... I have high damage, no armor piercing, basically. Which so I guess means it does no damage.
No, you do have 1 superior result, so you can get an additional d6 of damage. So, 21 points of damage. This is this guy right here, which has done some damage to him. So you blam, fire it in the chest, and it explodes. And he kind of stumbles back, and he's coughing, and he's looking hurt, and he's shocked, but he's still up. Ooh. Meanwhile, everyone else, you're being escorted onto this ship, and the guy in front of you stops, and he cocks his head, and he looks back at you, and he says, "There's been a disturbance on the rest of the ship. I'm afraid we're going to have to take an alternate route." And very distantly, you can probably hear the sound of gunfire and explosions even echoing down through some of the halls. Would you guys like to do anything?
Right now, probably not. I'm gonna wait very patiently because there's still 5 people here with guns and heavy armor, right?
That is correct.
Only my sword was armor piercing, not my hands. So fighting these guys off barehanded is not going to go great.
These hands aren't armor piercing.
I mean, I could probably activate my own Metabot swarm and start trying to dose them all up with Twitch, but I'll wait until stuff actually needs to happen for that.
Okay. So you guys are just following them, and they start taking you down. Dale. You're asking for Dale. One of the guys near you leans and goes, well, Dale was getting too chatty on the comms, and so he got reassigned. Or he was checking out a disturbance down on the lower deck.
Immediate reassignment? Guard duty? Wow, that is expedient.
Immediate reassignment, just bam!
Gosh, did they even take a moment to breathe after ending that call? How do you stand having this kind of hierarchy over you?
They first had him take a cold shower before he turned to duty. He was getting too heated with the comms console.
Okay, well, I'm a little disappointed that Dale's not there, but I carry on anyways.
Dale's not here, man.
Bummed out, real bummed. Really looking forward to seeing Dale.
So how's your day been going?
We're not allowed to talk to you.
Oh, come on.
Well, mine's been going great. But yeah, we'll transition soon.
So they're escorting you down through the rest of the ship into what appears to be some sort of like holding cell, where they will be with you momentarily. We have to deal with whatever's going on the ship.
Yeah, of course. No rush. Just throw us into a hole and forget about us. Yeah, sure.
Oh, well, since you
Since you asked so
insist, I
nicely.
guess since you asked so nicely, here's a hole. Who was
Yeah,
that
hey,
again?
very comfy.
So they are escorting you to a holding cell, and while that's happening, we're still in the middle of a fight over here, Mr. John Bridges. So you just fired a heap round into his chest, and it knocked him back, but he's still fighting. And he'll fire back. He's still got all these penalties from
minus
from
30.
your shock attack. So here is his he does not have enough ammo for another full round shot, so he's going to but he's still got some ammo. So he's just going to what?
He's got to beat a 28.
Yes. So he's got a minus 20 to this. So he needed to get he needed to beat a 40 and he rolled a 99. So he's just completely missed. He just he just fires all over the wall and misses.
All right.
Back to you.
I'm going to try and tap him with the riot shield again.
All right, try to hit him.
I mean, seems like it gets easier since he's got a negative to dodge again.
Yeah.
And I got this plus 20.
Missed. Yeah. You hit him. You smack him with the riot shield again. Stop smacking me with the riot shield. And he passes. So he's just permanently stunned as you just smack him. He's stop doing that, you asshole.
Well, with the next one, I'm also gonna head back towards the other guy who's incapped.
Okay.
That's my move. That's it.
So you smack him and then move back to the guy that's down?
Right.
All right. Well, he's going to stay away from him and fire at you. Same thing as before. He's still he's actually going to use this turn to reload. I think that's a quick? I think that's a quick action. So he's going to first fire.
And actually, reload isn't a complex action.
Complex? Perfect. He'll just use it. He sees you falling back towards there. He sees his ammo count. He's not able. He realizes he's shocked, and he's going to reload. Slam in another clip.
All right. Because I used my action to take the assault rifle off of the incapped guy.
Okay. And what are you going to do with your riot shield?
You can use a two-handed weapon with one hand. It's just a penalty.
Okay. Awesome. So you've picked up. Do you have to do anything more? It's picking. I think picking up is probably a quick action, so you can probably still fire.
Oh, well, then I'll use the rest of the action taking whatever ammo Eclipse he has on him as well.
All right. He has. Let me double check.
Wielding two-handed weapon with one hand is a minus 20 combat modifier.
Yeah, I guess that applies to ranged weapons too. It's not just a melee thing. He has looks like 2 more reloads, and he's got 24 shots left in his current clip. Any questions about that?
Go ahead.
The other guy will fire on you. And now that he's back up to full auto, he'll just do that. And so I'm just he's still stunned for another 2 turns. So he is, there's no modifier to this. So he hit just barely.
Dealing no damage.
Yeah, for 12 points of damage, but that won't do anything to you.
Nope.
What are you doing?
The guy on the ground is Dale, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and since he's incapacitated, I'm just going to put the end of the gun right into his mouth and just pull the trigger.
Okay. So I think you can just do that. I don't think there's anything.
I mean, he can't stop me.
I mean, he's wearing a helmet, so...
Sure, but...
I guess, yeah. I mean, you just blow his head off.
Goodbye, Dale. I have no idea who this is.
The other guy screams, Dale! And will open fire on you. This time, he's going to take the... so he's got a -20 to hit because he's taking 10 to aim, and he will just unload on you with damage.
I have not hit any of these things.
So he
Wow.
does... He does 27 points of damage on you, but no superior result, so that's all he does.
Okay, so that is 12 damage, which is beneath my
Dale!
wound threshold.
Dale! Bop, 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 bop. And he just hits you across the chest.
Yep.
What would you like to do? How are you doing on your durability there?
I'm still good. I'm not even halfway. That's why I said this is going to be a long fight. They're not taking any damage. I'm not taking any damage. Yeah, I guess I'll cross the distance again and tap him with the riot shield.
Try to hit.
Well, I can't miss. So it's just about the number.
Yeah, you hit him. So here's his somatics check. He has a +20 because of his energy armor, so he passes.
Oh, okay. I thought you did that before.
Does he have a penalty for being stunned already?
Yeah, isn't it a -30? Because it's a physical check.
I don't think that stacks like that.
Well, it's against anything physical, and somatic is literally your physical ability to endure.
Yeah, so we'll roll it like that. Yeah, he's stunned. He's knocked out. He's down.
I'm going to say, I'll just put this out there. Anything I throw at you for an NPC is obviously something you're going to use against me later, so if I'm okay with it...
Yeah, no, I
mean, it makes sense.
Actually, it does make sense.
You smack him once, and then it's easier the second time.
All right, then
it does make sense that smacking him multiple times would cause it to be harder for him to be stunned.
Right, and then I put the gun into his mouth, and I blow his head off as well.
All right.
And then I take his reloads, and then I take his gun as well, and throw that over my shoulder.
All right, so he just has one reload left on him.
And then I paint in his blood across his chest. Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun.
So you're starting to advance through the next level of the ship. You've taken some damage, and you're starting to get closer and closer to the bridge. And this time you arrive. That full squad that just escorted your friends to the brig, they've got a squad there. You're now seeing 4 more of these troopers and another person in a full battle suit. And you're hearing them over the comms. Surrender now! Just open fire on him! Kill him! Destroy him!
I mean, I'm not stopping. Also, the great thing about a battlesuit is thematically the badass thing, most badass thing you can have. Mechanically, worse than what I'm wearing. So,
yeah.
So, Squilliam, since our guards have all left us to go deal with something that we don't entirely understand right now, you want to try breaking out of those binds and getting us out of here? Because we can make it back to the ship. At the very least, we can work from there, use the shadow of this ship, and try to escape.
Baron von Squilliams.
Sounds good.
All right, what do you guys want to do back there? So he's confronting this next threat. What would you guys like to do? He's fighting his way through the ship. You guys are currently locked in some sort of holding cell.
All right, I would like to look at the holding cell. Like, is there any holes or gates or grates or anything in it?
Yeah, we'll say it's got it's just got like a small window there with bars on it.
Okay. I am uber flexible. Do I think I would be able to like squeeze through it?
You might not be able to squeeze your entire body through it, but you could certainly get a tentacle out and reach the door handle.
All right. The door handle, I'm assuming, probably needs a key or a badge or something to go along with it. I'm assuming they didn't just leave it unlocked.
No, the key is not currently sitting inside of it.
There'll be a keypad.
Well, surely you're the master of unlocking, right?
I'm not even sure if unlocking is that a skill you can buy in this game. Like, I have my tools.
Probably like hardware or infiltration, depending on what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, I mean, like.
I'm not sure they really took like all of our junk
No,
off
they
of
didn't
us.
take any of your stuff. They just searched you for any sort of weapons before they threw in here. There's some sort of danger they have to rush off to
Okay.
to
Then
deal with.
I would like to go ahead and make a. What is the check? It would be. Is it infiltrate? Is that what it is, or what is it? Is it infosec? Sorry, no. Or it's not information securities. It would be.
It might be in infosec.
Is it not infiltrate? What is infiltrate?
I think that might be
Breaking into a system.
Well, no, infiltrate. Infiltrate is the sneaking around stealth stuff. Infosec is your hacking and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it would be infiltrate or infosec.
Infosec would be better.
Okay. For unlocking the door. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Boom.
So yeah, you're able to reach one of your hands out and hit the pads and unlock the door.
Sweet.
All right. Well, we know they went off in one direction, and we know our ship is in this direction. Let's try to not encounter a group of guards that will shoot us dead.
Well, unfortunately, I guess I didn't really think this all the way through. I don't know where we're going. I'm not sure if we can outrun this ship. If we can get
Look,
off
I have
this
a
ship.
perfect memory. In fact, this is one of my abilities. I'm not saying that part, but I know exactly how to get back the way we came because we came that way.
Gotcha. I believe you. But I'm just saying, do we want to try to go back to that ship, or do we want to try to take over this?
There are probably more than 5 people with weapons guarding the rest of the ship. I
That's
don't
probably
think we have
true.
anything that we can do to kill them. Running is our best option still. So we just have to get to the ship, and we have to use this massive distraction we have right now, which is that this ship is clearly ahead of all the others, and we can use it for cover. Because while this nonsense is going down, they won't react as quickly.
Okay, maybe, hear me out, we find the engine room, and we blow up the engine room somehow.
The longer we stay here, the likelier it is we all get shot.
Okay, fine. Then I'm going to turn invisible, and I'm going to start walking my way out. I have direction sense, so I should also have a decent idea of like the way we came.
You got a pretty good idea. I remember it perfectly. I just retraced our steps.
And what about you there, Delphine?
Delphine, come along.
Yeah, I'll come along.
No.
All right, so you three are hightailing it back to the ship. While you're hightailing it back to the ship, John, there's a whole nother squad converging on your location, trying to take you down.
Just leave it this way: when all 3 of us country bumpkins go to the high-class social event, that's when Delphine's gonna show us all up.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We're not built for that. I won't even be allowed inside because I'm not gonna get the hell out of my armor.
What do you mean I can't go into this ballroom with my armor?
But yeah, I'm gonna use a high explosive seeker round targeted in the middle of their position.
Okay.
Very nice.
The squad starts running towards you, and they're starting to open fire. And what's your initiative?
We rolled a new one?
Yes.
I will go last, I'm betting.
Since I rolled for their initiatives, so here, the first one to go is going to be that one in a battle suit raises a large-looking rifle. It looks similar to the Seeker pistol you have, but rifle. And it will fire. He's got a single shot, and he's going to use 1 point from his threat pool to give him a +20 to his skill before he rolls.
Oh shoot!
Which means he needs to roll better than a 9.
So this is with a. That is really funny. I didn't roll publicly. So here's that roll. He got a 35. 85 is with the plus 20 factored into it.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Oh, God.
So he fires a. He raises this large rifle and he goes, "Stop where you are!" Poof, and fires.
Stop where you are, so I can incinerate you in a single hit. All right, well that's a superior. Okay, so 33.
33 points of damage and
Armor piercing.
knockdown as well.
What kind of what shot are you firing, by the way? Just so I know.
He is firing a. He is firing a. It is a. This says homing heap micro missile.
Heaps aren't armor piercing though. Oh wait, heaps are armor piercing. Fuck, I've been doing it badly.
Oh, whoops! You could have murdered people even faster.
Yeah, well, whatever. You
Well,
live.
now you know. You're about to do that to a whole group.
Yeah, I guess I copied the wrong column or something.
Yes, but you're also knocked down.
Also, I'm not about to do that to the whole group. Heaps are a single target. I was going to do a high explosive, which only
Oh,
knocks
okay.
down.
Yeah, completely.
But yeah, 32. I half that because it's armor piercing.
Or your armor is halved.
Yeah, whatever. It's basically the same number.
So
really.
I just half the damage I take, and then it's the
well,
same
that's
difference.
16 wound threshold. Is it equal to or more than?
Equal to.
Okay, well that's another wound. This
Okay.
one's an actual wound though.
So you come charging around this corner. This squad's charging at you. They fire. This guy fires, and you get thrown back onto your backside.
That's a somatic test though, isn't it?
Oh, right, somatic test. Yep. So
Somatic's
you're
what
good.
I'm
So
good at.
you fall back a little bit, but you're not thrown off your feet. What would you like to do?
Well, I already declared what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're firing your high explosive round at the lot of them.
Damn it. I mean, it's a good amount of damage, but it's going to be hard pressed to beat the 80-something damage I did before.
So here is the first person's fray. So the guy in the center dodges?
Looks like.
Does that mean it doesn't hit
I
him
don't
and
know.
flies past him?
It's an area effect. Hold on, I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, this is a good question. Can you fray against area of effects attacks?
Area effect attacks. Page 218.
Yeah, by the looks of it, you choose where you're centering it, and then that's just the point where the damage starts radiating out from and losing power.
Area effect attacks are difficult to dodge. If you make your fray divided by 2 roll and are within 1 meter of the edge of the affected area or something that would provide you with cover, you take no damage. Otherwise, even if you succeed, you still take half the damage.
So he'll take half damage since it's just a corridor. There's nowhere for him to hide.
Right. So
And
he takes 17 damage.
All right. So he kind of like rolls out of the way in the main brunt of that explosion. The other 4 guys are all going to take the full brunt of that attack. So that's 34 points of damage. And that'll be enough to. Now I have to do some math. Stupid math. Who would ever learn math?
Let's do math that I clearly advertised that I spent time learning in other streams.
This will give each of them 2 wounds, so all the other people have minus 20 to hit as they've taken 2 wounds. As it boom explodes out and hurts a decent number of them.
And then they need to make those knockdown checks.
Yes. So here are the 4 somatics.
Well, I mean, all of them are in the blast radius, so.
Yep.
I mean, 5 of them are in blast
so
radius.
Boom, boom. One of the regular soldiers is knocked down, and the knockdown applies regardless of of anything else, correct? So he still has to.
Well, I mean, even the guy who passed, remember, took half damage. He still was in the area.
Yeah. So everyone, and he was the last guy with a 75. So one guy's thrown to the ground. Oh God, he's acting like Dale. Oh, he's the new Dale. Always getting knocked over.
Even I shake my head. Dale.
Dale. What a dumbass.
I knew a Dale. Oh man, he loved that sword.
Thinking
The
a
four
saber.
the
Oh,
four
yeah.
normal guys
Took it from that mountain.
look extremely hurt. But the guy with the seeker rifle looks unhurt.
Right. So it's the normal guy's turn, right?
So the normal guys' turns, they are going. One of them has to get back up, so I'll deal with him first. He has to get back up and try to take a shot. He's going to. They're just going to try. They're combat discipline at the moment, so they're just going to try to do burst fire and for the damage. This guy has 20 less on his gun score because he has to get up and he's probably not going to. He's not going to hit. He got a higher number than you, but it's lower than his score at the moment, so he just misses you. The other two are going to take a second to aim, and they are going to. They're going to take a second to aim, and then they're just going to fire for effect on full auto.
No, I do appreciate that the default weapon of everybody is armor piercing.
Yeah, it's this is the Jovian military.
Yeah, to be fair, it is a military squad that faces off against people with armor.
Yeah, it's that situation where if you build a high armor character, everyone's
You
gonna
are
fucking
proving
have.
to be a one-man squad, though, compared.
I know. I'm not complaining about my successes. I'm just saying that if you build an armor guy, you're gonna come up across armor. We had the same thing in Lancer. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All three of them miss, so they're all pumping fire at you, but they're wounded, they're hurt, and they're just unloading. They're not great, apparently.
Well, I mean, next up is the guy who's likely to one-shot me. So bring it.
So he will just, I don't. It's not a bolt action weapon, but I can just imagine him like looking down at the hall, like loading another shot and taking fire. Taking a shot. So here's that shot.
Best I'm hoping for, half damage.
Good frame result. It's already a superior.
He'll just aim.
Oh,
to give him
and it's a
plus
crit.
10.
But it's half damage is the best I can hope for.
But the crit is what matters.
Big crit.
He doesn't crit. He misses, and you also. I think your critical actually triumphs him just rolling high. So if he rolled so that would have just blocked an attack. So he fires, and it's a bad shot anyways. But you feel like if he had hit you, you would have dodged it. If he had been closer to hitting you, it would have still missed you.
You start doing a cool Matrix dodge, but it's actually just 20 meters that way.
Super unnecessary.
All right. Well, I'm throwing
what
another
are you gonna
high
do?
explosive right where I fired the other one.
All right.
This is my last high explosive round.
All right.
Aiming it for the plus 10, which will negate my my wound penalty. So this is just a flat out roll.
All right.
God damn. Those low rolls. I'm so used to games where I need these.
The only person that's going to have a fray that can dodge that is potentially the one guy that hasn't been hurt because he doesn't have the wound penalty, and he takes full damage. So they all take full damage, and here's his test. He stays up, and for the four other folks,
I guess the implication of them staying up is that they're not dead.
yeah. So the main guy stays up and is also alive. The other four looks like two of them get knocked back again. I'm going to say Dale gets knocked down again, and then the guy standing next to him also gets knocked down. For damage, you do 22 points of damage, which hurts the big guy. and the others get wounded. That's not enough to give them a wound, but it will stack damage on top of them. So they're all looking, all the regular troops are looking really rather beat up. They're maybe just another one of those high explosives away from death. If you'd given them the same quality as the first one, they might be there already.
I have a frag left, so I could still.
You try
Damage
something.
between them isn't, yeah. But I gotta survive another round.
So the troopers, they're going to use the two of them that are down are going to use their quick action to stand up, and they're all going to try to spread out as much as they can. That's what they're going to use. Their quick actions they're just going to use to move around as far as they can. They're going to just try to spread out in the hallway so that you can't hit them all with an
How
explosion.
long is this hallway? Do they have enough room to spread out meters?
Essentially, you'll always be able to hit two of them, but they're in such a way that you won't be able to hit all four of them again. And it's going to be back to the main guy's turn. The shock trooper is going to load up. He's going to take an aim, and this is his third shot, and fire.
Don't know how that
Gosh,
worked.
he's terrible. Can't hit the broadside of a barn.
I mean, yeah, he missed, but I don't know what my frayed result happened there.
Oh,
Yeah, it set your score to 0.
Oh, it's a minus is what it said. It says 45 minus 10. Do you have an extra minus in there?
No, I just have minus.
What if you just put a 10 there?
Oh, wait, there's a field that I could just... I'll just get rid of the penalty there, and I'll put the temp in on my derived stats, and we'll just figure that out later. Doesn't matter, you missed.
He misses. He's terrible. It's back to your turn.
I'm gonna switch.
The trained elite can't hit.
Yeah. Who is the most injured looking of the, whoever the most injured looking of the normal guy.
All four of them have been hit by the exact same blasts and have all failed their fray tests, so...
Whoever is the most injured looking, though, I am going to aim at them to negate my penalty. And I'm going to go full automatic with the automatic rail battle rifle.
Okay.
Which will mean still a minus 20 on the hit.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with the plus 2d10 damage value.
Okay.
Oh, fuck me. No effect.
So I don't even have to roll. You're just starting to fire. You're just unloading because you have because you have the minus 20 from your from it's a two-handed weapon. So you've kind of you've poorly managed to or maybe you're just holding it in one hand, just unloading. You haven't tried to yet rest it on the ballistic shield for some sort of balance, and so you're just unloading with your rail rifle with this battle rifle, and it's not hitting anything. So back to the rest of the group, you guys are running through these corridors. It wasn't very far till you get to the airlock to your ship. What are you guys doing?
We're gonna board, and I'm probably gonna suggest either hightailing it out as fast as we can, which I don't know if the ship is actually capable of it because we had that conversation, or we could try to hide among the asteroids and hope they don't find us ever.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna just board the ship right now, though.
All right, so you guys are just boarding onto the ship. You three, you open up the airlock and you open up the door, and inside the ship is standing two guys in light armor. They look more like uniforms than fully protective gear. They've got boxes of tools, and they've got scanners, and it looks like they're going through the ship. And one of them has just opened up a drawer. They just opened up a cupboard, and sitting right there is Dolphine's old severed head. And that's what you guys have opened up the door to. What are you three going to do?
I'm gonna need to ask you to leave, says the big robot body, cracking its knuckles against the two unarmored, untrained combatants. I think that's a provoke check.
Can I use my subliminal to tell him to give me that back?
Yeah, you can do that, but it sounds like Griffin, you're trying to provoke into combat.
I'd
Or-
assume provoke would be the intimidate representation here, unless there's something else that fits.
That's what provoke does.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what provoke does. Yeah. So
Get
that
it.
Hey, I don't have any points left, so I can't swap that.
okay.
So
Well, you don't have any points on any of your morph bodies, or on any of your pools.
yeah, none of my pools. I haven't had like a chance to like rest in game terms.
Okay.
So I just like crack my voice a little bit. It's like, oh, modulators broke. Hold up, need unmuted.
You forgot that you had like the Princess Peach voice or something like that, and so it came out like, looks like I need to get that back.
That was the Mickey
right.
voice.
What was your idea there, Lunella?
To use subliminal to ask for my head back.
Yeah, what does subliminal do?
It's a side skill.
And is it a gamma slight or a regular
Oops.
slight? It's a gamma slight. So your infection I think your infection should be a 20 because your skill level is 2.
Oh,
But you
yeah.
pass your infection test because you roll below it.
Should I roll again?
No, that's totally fine. Your result of 5 would have succeeded regardless, but your infection is should be 10 or should be 20.
Yeah, and it should go up just for having used it just now. I think, right?
Yes, and it should go up. Does it automatically do that, or does it?
I think automatically, or at least that's the way the sheet seemed to have been doing it when you had the infection value in.
Okay. So what does subliminal do?
It's the only one I didn't write down, but it's a suggestive skill. So the power of suggestion.
Okay. And your suggestion is give that back.
Yeah, it's a really simple request.
All right. And what? So you're doing that. What are you doing, Baron von Squilliams?
I am hiding. I'm invisible still. So as much as I can, like, be sneaky peeky, I'm trying to be sneaky peeky.
Okay, because you're using chameleon skin, correct?
Yeah. Chameleon skin plus. Well, okay. So I have chameleon skin from my morph, and then I have an additional chameleon pack with being a covert operative.
Okay, so that will give you 10 to your infiltrates unless you're stationary. If it's stationary, it'll give you 30, but 10 for your infiltrate. So make an infiltration check just to see if they've spotted you or if they just see the two of them.
Oh, come on.
So let me I have to make a perceive check for them because if they fail the
Wait,
perceive check as well,
I get a plus 30, right?
a plus 10.
Oh, plus 10. God damn it.
Yeah, if you're
Then I'd be at 90 versus a 91.
so you're at a 91 and you need a 90.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not quite enough, but they also need to make perceive checks. And if they fail the perceive checks, then you're not very well hidden, but they also haven't seen you.
Okay.
So let's see, their perception is a 50. So they just have to roll under a 50. A perceive, I should say. So here is, I'll just roll once. Nope, they're worse at perceiving than you are at hiding, and so you're chameleoned up against the side of one of the walls of the ship. They don't even spot you, and so you crack your knuckles, Griffin, and one of the guys kind of looks a little confused, and he reaches into the cupboard and grabs out Dauphine's head and turns towards you guys and starts walking towards you guys. What are you doing? What are you guys doing?
Well, that's weird. So the other guy, what is he doing right now? Because the other one is hypnotized or something.
Yeah, he's like looking at you guys, and he kind of moves one of his hands towards where you see he's got a service pistol, and he's like, What are you guys doing here? You're not supposed to be here."
Yeah, that pistol's not going to really help you out. And I'm just going to go ahead, sort of push him out of the way, reach towards the compartment where my sword was hidden.
All right, so you're just trying to push him out of the way, like you're just trying to like you're trying to get to where the sword is.
Yeah.
All right,
This is on the
so
ship, right? Like our ship.
I
yes,
imagine
this is
I
on
don't
your
have
ship.
to really get too physical with him or anything.
I want to climb towards where I hid my gun. Also,
All right,
There's
so you're
way too many
sneaking in.
people. Yeah.
All right, but if you're pushing past him, that's going to start initiative. So can I have
okay.
you guys roll initiative as well?
sure.
Yeah. Let me go back to the combat page. Let me hit my initiadoodle. 6. I'm really slow.
All right, and Lunella,
Sorry, hold on.
you need to make sure to just click on your character. I can add you there. So you got a 9. Oh, luckily you rolled the exact same.
I forgot to click my character. Also, sorry. Yeah, 11 if you want to put it, or I can reroll it. Doesn't matter.
So now we have everyone on the turn tracker. I'm just going to put them on the troopers roll just because that works well for us. So
Okay.
Without my cortical stack, do I have like any mental capability? Really?
you have your own cortical stack in your own head.
Right.
Right. The cortical stack is just like the other brain that connects to every other brain in every other body you connect to.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like personal. The data inside of it is, but that gets copied around when you go to another body. So
Okay.
you are
Yeah.
you in a brand new body right now.
Yeah, so it's like it's a USB chip. And right
Got it.
now the USB on your head that you have is empty. The USB inside your body has your memory in it. Inside your current bird body is all the data on Dauphine. This head that you have is literally just a head at the moment with an empty USB in it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So at the beginning of the round, well, first we're flashing over to the other combat where the shock trooper first takes a shot at John Bridges with a seeker rifle. And that is a roll of a 27 against your fray of a 59, but your 59 is over your score. And so he has hit you again for 20 points of damage.
Right, so it means he does 5 damage.
Yep. And you're probably going to succeed it, but you still have to make that somatics check to see if you're knocked over.
Yep, still passed.
Close, an 87, but you're good. Meanwhile, you have 1 wound, correct?
Okay, so I fall over.
So that is actually an 80, and you're knocked over by this attack. All right. So Baron von Squilliams, you're on the ceiling of the hallway, and you're starting to flop your way inside, sneaking in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
I want to keep sneaking till I can get to where I stashed away my gun. How crowded does it look around where I hit it? Let's just say I hit it like in a little panel or something, like a false panel that's in the ship that's used for smuggling.
How about this? Why don't you make a smuggling check,
Ooh.
a smuggling knowledge check, and the higher you roll, the more successes you get, the more accessible it is.
Okay, sounds good.
So you got a superior success. So I'm going to say if you spend 1 turn, you can go and you have enough movement and you put it in a good enough spot that you can octopus walk on the ceiling, and by the end of the turn you have your gun in your hand.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah. If you had rolled below a superior success, it would have been 2 full turns. And if you had rolled a double success, I mean, you put it right next to the doorway and you could have been able to use it this turn.
Cool.
All right, so you've snuck in, you've infiltrated, and you've now have your weapon ready.
That's right. All right, awesome.
John Bridges, you just got knocked off your feet. Your mic is up.
Yeah, I realized. I'll do what they do to me all the time. I'll stand up. I'll go full auto, 2d10 DV on them. And
another option is, since there's so many of them, is you could try to fire at multiple of them if you think your damage will do enough.
No, because they're all wearing heavy armor. I've got the boarding squad. You guys got the secretaries. I'm just trying to calculate in my head what the modifier was. It's -20. That's right, -20 for the two-handed or one-handed, and -10 for my wound. So it's a -30.
Okay. So you need to roll under a 60, and you rolled a 67, and so it's not quite enough. You get to you pull yourself to your feet using your shield as a way to prop yourself up and unload. But yeah, they're taking cover behind some of these, what are those called? Those the things that stick out inside hallways, the support
Bulkheads?
beams or bulkheads. Yeah, they're taking cover behind some bulkheads, and it just misses.
Oh, they actually rolled a really good freight check there?
No, I'm
No,
failing.
so he has a -30 there.
Oh, okay. It's worse than I thought. Got it.
10 for the wound and 20 for he's using a two-handed weapon in one hand.
Mhm.
So Dauphine, right now, one of these guys is walking towards you, and the other is like getting pushed aside by Anarchy Bird and is starting to try to fight back there. What would you like to do? You could also just wait for this guy to move over and give you the head.
Is he gonna give me the head?
It looks like he's doing that. It's just not his turn yet.
All right, I'll just wait there then.
All right. So you wait. On their turn, one of the guys walks forward with this head and he passes it to you. He goes, "Here's your head." And then he kind of looks confused and he's like, why did I do that? And then he kind of looks back and he sees Anarchy Bird and the other guy kind of scuffling a little bit. He's like, what the heck's going on here? Would you like to do anything, Dauphine, at all, since you delayed?
Back up and secure the head, I guess.
All right. So you just kind of fall back into the hallway and you've just got this head well controlled.
Probably build the limbs off of it.
Out of sheer curiosity as well, since I'm the other Psi user, and would I... Wait, no, I guess I can't do it while I'm in a robot body anyway.
Yeah. So that's one thing that we learned since other people watching this. So with a cyber brain, you can't use psionics. And we didn't realize that at first. And so when we originally started this mission, Griffin started sleeved in a synth morph with a cyber brain. And he's just been
So
checking it
I'm
out with
stuck right now. I
psionics.
have no idea if she's doing anything or not, and that's just gonna be fun.
So what would you, let's see, Anarchy Bird, the one trooper here, this technician guy, is like, hey, what are you doing? You're not supposed to. And you're starting to push your way towards him to try to get to where your weapon's stashed. And he draws a pistol and he's got it trained on you. And he stop where you are. Get back on the ship. That's what he's saying.
Okay. I'm ignoring that.
All right.
Assuming it pushes over to my turn, I'm literally just gonna kind of go rush for the sword.
All right, so your sword has been hidden on this ship, and hidden by Griffin, or not Griffin, hidden by Baron von Squilliams. So Baron von Squilliams, can you roll a smuggling check for me?
I will. Yes, sorry.
No worries.
Smuggling, buggling, puggling. Crit.
That's one success, or
That's
one superior success, and a crit. So I'm going to say you're able to, like, he not only hid your sword, but he camouflaged it. So that, like, the top of it looks like, it looks like a pipe. That's just a wine bottle, or a pineapple, or a wine bottle. The top of a wine bottle. There's something. You're just able to just grab it.
I reach for the pineapple. It's like it's more than a pineapple.
Every spaceship should have a pineapple on it.
My secret smuggling pineapple.
And I guess that would be one of the quick actions, and I
Yep.
could actually go ahead and attack right now.
Yep. And I'll actually give you a +10 to hit because he's like, holy smokes, is that a pineapple?
And I will aggressive attack. I will lower my chance to dodge his bullets in the future, just so that I can hit right now, because he's unarmored. And he's also
Combat
like
pineapple.
a basic human biomorph, isn't he?
Yes.
Wow, that roll didn't work for some reason. I'm just gonna roll a flat D100 here real quick. 23.
No, a 0 is that's
Well, I don't think
that's
it rolled anything, is what I think happened.
Try hitting it again.
Sure. Let's see what happens.
Because I think that worked
Okay,
fine.
maybe it does work. Okay, so
I think
maybe
that's just
did roll a
100.
0.
I think the game, instead of going from 1 to 100, it goes from 0 to 99.
Okay, I see what happens. On the roll specifically, it doesn't tell you what it rolls for. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
It just gives you the
And
result.
So he is going to try to fray.
Right.
And he fails his fray. All he had to do was get any number under 50, and you've hit. So you do 12 points of damage as you bring your pineapple out of its hiding spot and slash him. He takes, it is armored piercing, so he has just a little bit of like just kind of armored clothing, and so you slash him up, and he is going to he falls back against the wall, and he drops his gun. And he goes, stop, don't hurt me, please, I'm just a technician.
Then get out of here. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, 1 second. And he scrambles, and he like picks up all of his tools. And he's holding his wounded chest, and he's falling back, and he's like, do you see that guy with a pineapple? And the other guy's like, and he like, he's stepped out of the ship because he took this head over to Dauphine, and he kind of looks, he sees his toolbox.
Sees me with a pineapple sword and now a gun. It's like, do you really want to?
And he turns and runs as well.
And then I'll like toss Dauphine at the gun. It's like, I'm terrible with these. I'm glad he didn't call my bluff.
Thank you.
So back at the boarding party, John, you're not doing pretty well, and it's a dangerous battle that you find yourselves in. We have about 5 minutes left on stream. This seems like a good spot to pause it. Will the crew manage to escape off the ship? Can John Bridges survive his encounter with a combat squad? Find out next week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tonight, after this, we have Zweihander, right?
Yes.
That's one pronunciation.
Stick around for Zweihander. Stick around later at 6 o'clock for Incoherent Noises.
More of that.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think the way this game, like normally this is now when I'd hand out experience points, but I don't believe this game hands out experience points in missions. It'll be after missions.
Yeah,
So,
I think we were all hoping we would like at least get away and be able to go to resolution, but it's just been complicated.
find out the resolution next week on Eclipse Phase.